Hello, my YouTube. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So today, in this video, we are going to discuss about Fermat's last theorem for power 5. 5 is a prime. We have discussed about powers 2 and 3 so far in my previous videos, and also we have discussed about proof for if power is even number. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about for power 5. So that means that, so let us assume that we can find some integers like a power 5 plus b power 5 is equal to c power 5. Okay, so if this is true, Fermat's little theorem says that a plus b must be c plus 5 into k1. K1 is c1 minus a1 minus b1. So now we are also going to discuss, about what is C1. C1 is Fermat's little theorem, it is like c power 5 minus c by 5. Fermat's little theorem says that anything power 5 minus c should be divisible by 5. 5 is a prime. Actually, it holds good for any prime number. So in this special case, we have to discuss about, we are discussing about power 5. And if this is true, we are going to also discuss about how big the c should be, minimum. Okay, so c power 5 minus c by 5 is actually c into c power 4 minus 1 by 5. That is equal to c into c square minus 1 into c square plus 1 by 5. This implies c into c minus 1, c plus 1, c square plus 1 actually divided by 5. However, you have to also look at c into c minus 1 into c plus 1. I mean, there are 3 consecutive any integer is divisible by 6, because take any 2 consecutive integers. Okay, one is even, one is odd. Alright, so that means that take any 2 consecutive integers divisible by 2, take any 3 consecutive integers like 3, 4, 5 or 5, 6, 7. You must have a 3 also there. So any 3 consecutive integers should be divisible by 6 as well. So that according to Fermat's last theorem, this C1 is divisible by 5, but according to fundamental laws of mathematics, any 3 consecutive integers are divisible by 6. So whole thing C1 is actually can be divided by 30. You take any C number, any number, c power 5 minus c is actually divisible by 30. So in this case, a plus b is equal to c plus, not 5, it's 30. So it is like a plus b is equal to c plus 30. Okay, that is minimum. The next iteration will be like a plus b is equal to c plus 60. Alright, it's the difference between a plus b minus c is actually 30 multiple of 30, minimum. Okay, we are going to see whether we can find any integers a plus 5 plus b power 5 is equal to c power 5, and also a plus b is equal to c plus 30. Okay, so again, if you a plus 5 plus b power 5 is equal to c power 5, c power, that is the formula, there is a formula a plus b into a plus b whole power 4 minus 5ab into x. I will talk about x later. Okay. So if you substitute a plus b is equal to c plus 30, then c power 5 by c plus 30 is equal to c plus 30 power 4 minus 5abx. Okay. Let us assume that c is 5 multiple, because c power 5 by c plus 30 is divisible by, c power 5 should be divisible by c plus 30. That means that c, either it can be multiple of 5 or something else. If c is a multiple of 5, we will derive some formula. If c is not a multiple of 5, then we also derive some other formula. Okay. Now c is equal to 5c1. Then if you substitute 5 power 5 c1 power 5 by c is equal to 5c1, so 5 into c1 plus 6. So cancel 1 for 1 5. That will be like 5 power 4 c1 power 5 by c1 plus 6. That is also equal to c plus 30. 5 plus 7 plus 30, 4 power 5 minus 5x. So take 5 out of this equation, then you will have this equation. If you take 5 out, there is a 5 power 4 there. So 5 cube c1 power 5 by c1 plus 6 is equal to this guy. Once again, this left hand side is 5 cube multiple, right hand side cannot be 5 cube multiple or 5 multiple. Okay, so that means that c1 plus 6 should be divisible by 5 cube into something c2. Alright, so when c1 plus 6 is equal to 5 cube c2, you substitute this guy. I mean c1 is equal to 5 cube c2 minus 6 by 5, this. So this one will become this. Alright, so now this will be like 5 cube c2 minus 6 power 5 by c2. Okay. Okay, so what this means is that 5 cube c2 minus 6 should be divisible by c2. That means that c2 must be 6 multiple. So c2 is equal to 63. Okay, so if you substitute c2 is equal to 63, then 5 cube 63 minus 6 by 63, it will be like 6 power 4, 5 cube c3 minus 1 by c3. We hit up our condition that c3 should be 6 power 4. Okay, because there is no way that 5 cube c3 minus 1, anything like 5 cube c3 minus 1 will have c3 as a factor. There is no way. Because in fact any number, if you multiply with some other number like x into y minus 1 cannot be having x as a factor, whether it is power or not. Okay, so the only way is c3 is actually end up in 6 power 4. When c3 is 6 power 4, c2 is equal to 63, c2 is 6 power 5. Now what is c2? Is c1 plus what is? Yeah. Okay, so c1 plus 6, c2 is actually c1 plus 6. C1 plus 6 is equal to 5 cube c2. So that means that c1 plus 6 is equal to 5 cube c2. c2 is 6 power 5. So c1 plus 6 is equal to 5 cube 6 power 5. Then what is, c1 is actually 5 cube 6 power 5 minus 6. So 6 into 6 power 4, 5 cube minus 1. C is equal to 5c1. Yeah. So it will be like that. 5c1. So like 5 into 6. So that will be like 30 into something. C is equal to. Alright, when C is equal to 30 into something, then we have, there is a possibility that C is equal to 30 into 6 power 4 5 cube minus 1. That means that C must be this much big to, if at all this is true. Alright. Next, what we are going to do is that if C is this value, right, then what should be the value of A and B? And then if that is true, what should be the value of A and B? And we will verify for if this is C is equal to this much. That is the minimum value the C should be. Okay, so again you have to see that C is equal to, okay, so A plus B is equal to C plus 31. So C power 5 equal to A plus B power 4 minus 5AB into A plus B whole square minus AB. This is the formula for C power 5. If C power 5 is equal to A power 4 plus B power 5, it should be this. So what is C? 30 into 6 power 4 5 cube minus 1 whole power 5 equal to A plus B. A plus B is equal to C plus 30 K1. Okay, so what is C? C is what? C is 30, yeah, actually we will divide this guy. So by 30, 6 power 4 5 cube 1 plus 30 K1. Again 30 into 6 power 4 5 cube minus 1 plus 30 K1 whole power 4. Okay, so A plus B power 4 minus 5AB A plus B whole square. A plus B is equal to C plus 30 K1 in this case. Okay, so 5AB A plus B whole square. 36 power 4 5 cube minus 1 plus 30 K1 square minus AB. In fact, I would say that 5A square is square. Okay, so we cancel the 30 guys here and here. So you will have 6 power 4 5 cube minus 1 whole power 5 by, okay, 6 power 4 5 cube minus 1 plus K1. Okay, equal to, you have this equation. So we need to understand this. So yeah, so when something, let us take 6 power 4 minus 1, 6 power 4 5 cube minus 1 is something like small x. Okay, so we have x power 5 by x plus K1 is some equation. This is integer. So when x power 5 plus x plus K1 is an integer, then K1 should have a common factor, just like previous videos. So we will assume that, okay, K1 and x and also having some common factor. So what is the common factor is, let us take K1 is equal to x1 into, K1 is equal to something like P1 into K2 and x is equal to P1 into x1. Then x power 5. X power 5 is what? P1 power 5 x power 5 by x plus K1. X plus K1 is P1 into K2 plus x1. Okay, so once again x1 power 5 plus K2 plus x1 should be an integer. Then again this will go into infinite descent. Okay, so if you don't want to go to infinite descent, then K1 should be like P1 power 5. Okay. In this case, when if K1 is equal to P1 power 5 K2, x is equal to P1 x1, then there is a chance that it might not go into infinite descent. So when K1 is equal to P1 power 5 K2, okay. So when this is the equation, then what will happen is that we have P1 power 5 x1 power 5 by Okay, P1 x1 plus P1 power 5 k2. Alright, so P1 power 5 cannot be common in this. If I increase this P1 power 5, right, then this will go up P1 power 25. So no matter what the value of K1 is, and K1 is P1 multiple, this cannot get cancelled, this whatever the P1 power 4, whatever it remains. So that is the reason why it is actually going in infinity center. Actually. So that is the reason why it is not possible to have, this is not integer. Okay. So this is the kind of a proof for power equal to 5. Then this could be also similarly proven for 7 as well. Alright. So in my next video we will try to prove for 7. Till then, have a great time. Thank you very much.